Hello guys, welcome to my channel. So hari ni saya akan cakap pasal cara nak trade harmonic patterns. So ini adalah salah satu strategi ataupun antara strategi ataupun teknik yang kita boleh guna, untuk kita nak trade ikut trend, ataupun kita trade, dia ada pullback and then kita entry. Jadi sebelum saya pergi in detail, jangan lupa untuk klik like and share and then click the bell icon. So jom kita tanpa membuang masa, kita pergi dekat kita punya slides. Guys, so boleh dengar ini adalah cara nak trade harmonic patterns. So apa tu harmonic patterns? Jadi kita tengok. There are basically not limited to only 9. We can have more. Tapi untuk yang basic kita adalah 9. Tapi yang ada yang basic juga. Yang biasa kita akan pakai adalah Gartley, bat, butterfly dengan crab. Tapi walau macam mana pun kita still ada beberapa pattern lain, contoh harmonic sharp, ABCD, 3 drive pattern, ataupun 50 harmonic pattern ataupun Cypher pattern. Ini adalah antara beberapa pattern lah yang kita boleh guna untuk masa kita nak trade forex ataupun any instrument. So tak perlu nak tulis ataupun hafal. Saya go through the orang kata dia punya konsep ataupun overview dahulu. Dan beberapa zone ataupun nombor ataupun nama-nama haiwan. Basically yang kita tahu ni adalah nama haiwan, ni adalah crab, ni adalah butterfly, ini adalah bat, ni dua ni. Gartley saya confirm ni adalah nama orang, tapi Cypher ni maybe it's just a name, ataupun mungkin nama orang. Of course dia Cypher ni bukan nama binatang atau haiwan lah. So regardless of that, so what we actually need to look at it, basically dia punya pattern, dia buat lebih kurang M pattern ataupun W. Of course dia bukan not necessarily double top ataupun double bottom. Kat sini kalau kita nampak, M can be something like this ataupun M can be something like this. So dua-dua sama macam M juga. The difference is dia punya level, berapa tinggi ataupun berapa jauh lagi dia pergi ke atas, ataupun dia tak dapat nak pergi ke atas ataupun double top, berapa dia retrace. Ataupun kita panggil kat sini, kalau ni lower high lah. Kalau kat sini kita panggil higher low untuk dia buat structure ataupun pattern ni. So kita go through one by one. Ni adalah crab pattern. So dalam crab, first price start daripada sini, pergi ke A and then retrace back around this number between 38.2 to 88.6 punya retracement. You all kena refer topik pasal Fibonacci retracement untuk dapatkan idea. And then kalau yang begini ke atas, maybe Fibonacci extension lah. So dia ada dua, satu retracement, satu lagi adalah extension. So just look into the detail topic of that. Saya tak cover dalam topik hari ni, tapi you all boleh Google ataupun search dekat YouTube. So basically we are talking about price going up, creating a high kat sini and then probably a higher low, and price couldn't break A, so dia buat lower high. So there are some range ataupun zone yang disebut. Contoh kat sini adalah retracement between 38.2 to 88.6. Bila price break B, dia cuba pergi kat sini and dia pun break X, pergi jauh lagi. So this Fibo extension can range between 2.24 to 3.618 from ABC point, ataupun daripada X pergi almost 1.618 daripada C lah. So these are the levels. So nanti saya akan tunjuk dekat slide ni. Ada tak cara senang untuk kita lukis? But here I'm just talking about the zone ataupun range, how to identify, how to trade. So kalau kita nampak pattern begini, and with this kind of Fibo range ataupun Fibo level, there are certain times dia bagi range. Okay, kalau nampak kat sini ada yang bagi range, ada yang bagi, kat ni dia bagi range, kat sini dia bagi single number. So there are some differences and some similarities. That's the one making the difference between semua pattern ni. Okay, so dalam case ni katakan dia dah buat satu new low, then if it's almost 161.8, then we expected this price action will become bullish, then kita start to long daripada sini with probably stop loss a bit lower dekat sini lah. Kalau bearish, then we are expecting once price reach this high, then we are expecting price to make a reversal. Okay, for butterfly, the difference ataupun similarity is almost the same. Okay, dua-dua sama, it's still making a lower high. Okay, kalau kita perasan kat sini, C didn't take out this A, kat sini pun C je. Okay, so the range also same. Okay, the differences is actually kat sini kalau nampak sini, the retracement is we call it about shallow retracement, but this 78.6 is a bit deeper retracement. That's one difference. Second difference, from B to D ataupun C to D, the range is slightly longer ataupun bigger. Oh sorry, this is slightly lower ataupun shorter compared to this, because the B is already deeper retracement. In this case, B is a shallow retracement, and X to D is a range. Okay, versus this is almost a fixed number, 161.8. Okay, that's I would say a minor difference. Okay, so kalau kita pergi dekat bat, okay, bat is slightly different. The first two pattern, crab and butterfly, the M pattern is something like this. It takes out this low to make a new lower low. But for bat and Gartley, and even to Cypher, the difference is it didn't take out this low. Okay, that means it's still higher low. Okay, as you can see, D is above X. In this case, D is below X, and kat sini D. Okay, and the range, this is a slightly shallow retracement. Okay, between 38.250 and X to D is only 86.6. Compare that to Gartley. Okay, this is a fixed number, 61.8. This is a golden ratio, 61.8. And the X to D is 78.6 versus 88.6. Okay, so I just focus on the bullish first, then the bearish is just a reverse ataupun mirror of these two patterns. Okay, so these are the things kita kena hafal ataupun kita kena remember lah. Not necessarily kena hafal, tapi just remember a bit, just to, you can also straight away can identify when you just notice it, okay, without looking into purely the number per se, because sometimes it can be 78.6, okay, or not necessarily 78%, you can go to maybe 79 ataupun 77, okay, it's a plus minus, okay, not has to be a sharp level, price level, it can be a zone ataupun price range. Okay, on the Cypher pattern, okay, almost same as bat and Gartley. The difference is, okay, these two X and D is the same, okay, but this C is actually above A. In this case, C is below A. That means the bat and Gartley, the pattern is like this. For Cypher, the pattern is like this. So this is the only difference. Okay, you guys will notice it, and this C can actually range from 1.272 to 1.414, then make a retracement 78.6. So it's almost the same. So the magic number for all this harmonic pattern looks like 78.6, 88.6, and probably 61.8. Okay, on the retracement part, probably on the extension part, on this is a 161.8. Okay, as you guys can see here. Okay, so in a nutshell, these are some magic numbers, and pretty much it covers almost all the harmonic patterns present. Okay, so just going into a bit of a focus ataupun in a detail. Okay, so bat is 88.6, not taking out this X, that means it's still lower high in this case. Okay, this is considered as a high. Okay, and the retracement can reach between 38.2 to 50, and this extension can be between 161.8 to 261.8, and this retracement can be as deep as 88.6 or as shallow as 38.2. So this is a typical the levels that probably are top of the pattern you guys will see it. Okay, as you see 88.6, this for the bullish move, this for the bearish. Okay, so shallow retracement, then a bit of a deeper extension to here, but still X is whole. That means we are talking about higher low before price moves up. Okay, on a Gartley, okay, similar thing, but Gartley deeper retracement. This is a golden number. That's why most of the time people focus on Gartley. So deeper retracement goes up, make a lower high. Okay, cannot break. Then second time come down, a bit deeper retracement. Okay, then before price continue up. On a bearish, we just mirror the same levels. Okay, 78.6 retracement or close to about 130 extension ataupun 61.8 retracement. Okay, so the other pattern, butterfly. Okay, so butterfly, we are talking about X being taken to create a new lower low. Okay, which is got a range between 1.27 to 1.618, then continue the long. So the previous one probably is only from here up to here and then continue. In this case, it breaks this X ataupun low and then come down before continue. That's the only difference. The one prior to this butterfly, either it's a Gartley ataupun bad. That's the difference with this butterfly. Okay, so bearish is the same thing, but just reverse of it. Okay, on this crab patterns, okay, the difference, we talk about the bullish kind of thing. Same thing like a butterfly just now. Okay, but it got a deeper ataupun longer extension, but on the shallow retracement. Okay, so just look for it. Okay, there's not much differences. Okay, so this is on the price action ataupun dekat MT4. Okay, we can see this is a bullish Gartley. So not necessarily this is almost 61.8, but not exactly 61.8, so almost about 62, and still not taking this low. Okay, that means we still have a higher low. So let's say if you look at the pattern that was mentioned for Gartley just now was 78.6 and 88.6. Okay, as you can see here, 78.6 ataupun 88.6. But when you really look into the actual scenario, not necessarily it can be 78 ataupun 88. Okay, in this case it's close to 90. That means closer to this one, 88. Then we try to, because price will not just exactly come to 78.6 and then straight. Sometimes there will be a plus minus difference. That's why we call it almost a zone ataupun price range before we get that pattern to go long ataupun to go short on this. Okay, so this is another bullish Gartley. Just now I was mentioning 61.8 retracement. Okay, but again, in the previous class you probably see this will be a 61.8, but again it can happen on the other way around. That means this is only considered the first one, and then it comes back here. Okay, then only goes up. Okay, so the patterns is not straightforward, but at least you guys get the idea or the concept. Okay, sometimes there will be a variation ataupun differences on how we do, because it's not like a cast in stone. This will have to happen all the time. Okay, not necessarily. It can go into a range ataupun zone. Okay, so how do we trade? Okay, so that's the next question. Bagaimana kita nak trade? So basically, let's say kalau nampak pattern macam ni, contoh ini adalah bullish Gartley, kita dapat almost 61.8 punya retracement, and then dia buat still at the lower high, and then dia break out this, taken out this support, come down, but still above this X. That means we are talking about higher low. So once we see a price action that going up, we probably can entry here. Okay, stop loss you can put it here. Okay, and then you take TP1, TP2 somewhere up here. Okay, or you want to keep your stop loss a bit tight, then you entry here and then you can put your stop loss. Okay, it's really up to your need, but we are recommending risk reward probably 1 to 3 ataupun at minimum 1 to 2 or 1 to 3 or 1 to 4 to get good risk reward ratio. Okay, that means probably you're talking about maybe here about 10 pips stop loss, but your TP or your reward you probably can take or split it into few levels. Maybe the first one will be 15 pips, next one will be about 25 pips, third one maybe 40 pips, so that you can enjoy ataupun ride the wave. Okay, so this on the bearish Gartley, same thing. So you take the Fibo levels. Okay, once it's reached, let's say 127.0, there's a one zone. The next one will be 161.8. So if you reach here, you can start it to short so that you can enjoy the long swing on shorting this pair ataupun instrument. Okay, so similarly, this one is the bullish butterfly. Okay, so once you see the similar pattern happen, this A and C made a higher high and then come down deeper pullback towards about 80, 78 to 88 in your zone. And then you entry, you probably put stop loss here and then you take your reward ataupun take profit somewhere closer to this resistance ataupun you calculate based on your few Fibo extension levels. Okay, so this is a bullish crab. Okay, so you can see sometimes you can have 2 or 3 multiple patterns happening consecutively. Okay, and even within the smaller time frame you can have also have some kind of harmonic patterns. Okay, so there's no right or wrong, or there's no fixed zone or no fixed level. Okay, it sometimes, okay, this for example in this case, okay, boleh menjadi price buat macam ni. Okay, dia cuma datang sampai sini, then dia naik ke atas. So some people will be probably long from here based on maybe a bullish Gartley pattern, okay, something like that. But there's a tendency price might move down to make this bullish crab pattern, then only goes up. So this is where sometimes we can be wrong. Okay, not necessarily all the time bullish Gartley will happen, ataupun bullish crab might happen, ataupun bullish butterfly. Okay, sometimes it looks like a bullish Gartley, but then ended up making a bullish crab. That means it taken out this. That means when you try to entry here, maybe you put your stop loss here, assuming this is a Gartley, for example. Okay, but what ended up, okay, apa yang berlaku adalah dia buat bullish crab instead. That means they take out your SR, it come down, then only it moves up. Okay, so this is where we have to be sometimes a bit nimble ataupun a bit agile in terms of the reacting to the price action. Okay, so this is another scenario on a bullish crab pattern. Okay, it comes in. So if you get the zone almost correct, okay, and it looks like and then you can see a clear rejection, then you can probably entry here, put your stop loss somewhere here, and then you can take TP1 and TP2 to ride the wave. Okay, so this is another example, bullish pad. Okay, in this case, this price holds didn't come for deeper pullback. In this case, it's only 68.3. Okay, pullback overall, and then price continue moves up. So then you can use your Fibo extension level untuk tarik ke atas, and then you see where you want to take your profit. Okay, so pretty much you guys get the idea. So next 2-3 slides will be quite important for you guys to just I summarize it, or it's a key takeaway. So basically, these are the pretty much the basic patterns like I mentioned: crab, butterfly, bat, Gartley, the differences depending on where X and D stands, okay, and also what's the retracement between B and C. There's a minor differences, okay. If it's taking out X, it's making new lower low, then it's either crab or butterfly. But if X still remains solid, okay, but it's only making like a shallow pullback, okay, then as a total, okay, at between 88.6 or 78.6, then we call the pattern as bat or Gartley. Okay, so these are things, and then the levels it's a range, okay? It's not a fixed number, okay? Not and also even with a fixed number, not necessarily 78.6 will be sharp. It can be 77, or it can be 79, or it can be even between 75 to 80, for example. So it's a range, and it's not it's a one single number. Okay, so of course we also have a Cypher pattern. The difference of Cypher pattern addition is this one. A is here and C take out A. Versus here C is below A, as you can see. It's almost like a contain. That means it's only making a lower high. Okay, but in a Cypher pattern, it's kind of making a higher high. Okay, so that's the only difference. And in terms of the retracement or pullback, it's almost the same as the above two, or within that zone, 78.6 to 88.6. Okay, so this is a extra tip. Okay, so siapa yang suka guna trading view, okay, you guys can see this button, Harmonic Pattern button, somewhere on the left side in your tools. Okay, so just click on it. So then you will get something like this. So this is how you draw your Harmonic Pattern in trading view. It's quite straightforward. So you letak X, then you tarik A, then pergi B, then pergi ke C, then you tarik D. So you will get some kind of this pattern drawn automatically on your chart, on your mapping analysis. Okay, so it's very useful tool. Just make use of. I prefer to use trading view instead of MT4, so I can use all these tools and drawing, and then trend line, etc. Or so I can get the confluence. Okay, the levels where is most likely will have a reversal ataupun turning points. Okay, so that's all guys. So what would I do next? Okay, cari bahan bacaan lain ataupun kalau nak berminat betul-betul pergi kaji in detail these harmonic patterns and the levels. There are so many tens of patterns around that. Okay, so with that, okay, so I end my education video on this. Okay, thanks for staying with me. Okay, so stay safe, stay home. Okay, jangan lupa untuk like, share and subscribe.